Alright, on this week's Mana Tank podcast, I attempted to explain Legasista, and after listening back to it, I had a really shitty job. So I figured I would just show you via a press start. Unfortunately, Mr. Matt is somewhere off in a classroom learning stuff, so I'm on my own for this. I started another new game here, so I'm going to pop into where I think is a good point to show you what Legasista is all about. I've still been trying to come up with the best way to explain what this game really is, but from the initial onset it looks really childish, really kiddie, but as I was saying on the podcast, it's actually very, very in-depth. He plays this character, Alto. He's on a quest to save his sister, who was turned into a crystal. You come to this ivory tower. Apparently you're the first explorer to ever get here, and you meet this chick right here, Miss Dungeon. She's apparently some sort of robot, and she's also a master bean cultivator. Everything here is made out of bean sprouts. I don't want to go in there yet. Even the water is made out of bean sprouts. Meat is made out of bean sprouts. Why? I don't know. But you get your fill of beans in this game. There are some antagonists, but they end up joining your team. So you've got a bunch of different party members. So let me show you some of the menu stuff here. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to dive into a dungeon and just kind of show you the beginnings of this game. I don't want to go to your stupid dungeon. Leave me alone. All right, as I was saying, this is the tutorial right here, all 11 floors. Each one only takes a few minutes to get through, but each floor introduces a new concept to the game and kind of teaches you how to play it as you go. And then there's storylines strewn in between the different levels. So I think from the beginning of the tutorial to the end, it was well over an hour, depending on how long you took, if you went back and played any of them. I'm not going to play through any of those. I'll go through some of the earlier dungeons that are pretty easy, because this game hits a pretty big brick wall later. All the levels are randomly generated. You can only move in 4 directions. You can't... yeah, actually you can. Attacking some of the enemies only move in 4 directions. Got a little jump button. For some reason you can hover for quite a distance. Simple attacks. But what's really interesting is the bar along the top. I don't want to switch. I'll show you a little bit more of that later, but you can equip different things to each one of those bars, and as you get attacked, your health goes down, and then whatever you have attached to that particular slot gets destroyed if you get damaged. So, yes, I want to erase this. There are little puzzles in the level. I haven't come across any that were super difficult. A lot of the later levels, the enemies start getting really tough, but I just want to give you a feel of what's going on here. As you go through, you pick up different items. Enemies have different drop rates, but in order to keep any of the items, you have to actually complete the level. Traps hidden around. You can actually use the traps to damage enemies around you. Let's see if I can draw this guy in. Nope. I actually have a skill on right now where I can see these. Pick up the health. Some of the levels range from just honestly, I think the quickest one I've done in under a minute, but some of the other ones are pretty difficult. They take a few minutes, 5-10 minutes. Again, it's nothing really difficult. A lot of it is just grinding, but it never really gets old. For some reason, it's super addicting. There's a run button. Oh, I've got my shield equipped so you can't run. Pretty generous with the health. You actually have a party member system where you can switch to different party members. Each member has different abilities. You can use magic. The button system is kind of confusing to remember everything that you need to do. It's not incredibly intuitive, but once you get it down, it's not too terribly bad. As this party member, you can actually use some of the magic from other members as well. I don't think you can use their specific attack stuff, but if they have passive abilities, you can use those. There we go. Here's the thing I'm looking for. I think this is the. That's about it for this level. So I'll show you here. As you keep getting attacked, those bars in the top right, that red bar that says damage, gradually restores itself back up to full. However, if you keep getting hit, that bar keeps going down and down. This might not be the best level to show you because you guys are pretty weak. All the loot, from as far as I can tell, is randomly generated. Some of it's really good, a lot of it's really shitty. Can't really do a whole lot with it if it sucks. You can save it for different party members. Killing certain enemies gets you different keys, and I haven't been able to unlock all the doors in all the levels yet. And you stand on this little platform, you're done. Easy level, but I'll show you some of the more depth of the game. So just from the initial onset, it looks really childish, really simplistic, but once you start getting into the equipment systems and everything that you can do in here, it's actually quite in depth. So if you want to pop in and look at Alto, I usually just keep him as my main character. I don't like switching things out too much. You can just come in here and do an equipment check. If you're one of those people that really enjoys going through and looking at numbers and what does what, flip through, look at all this stuff, make your decision. Or if you want to just be quick about it, you can just do the auto strong equip and be done with it. So up there along the top, they've got all these different equipment slots, and each slot does different things, and the top number, or the number on top of that little gold bar, is the mana, and that's how much it requires for you to use, or that's how much you have available in that slot. And each item actually uses a different amount of mana. So this one I can't use because it requires 18 mana, and I've only got 16 available in that slot. So as you level up, you get more mana, and better armor and equipment becomes available to you. So let's see if we can just... It says this one's equipped to another character. No, I don't want to take it away from that character. So I think right now I've got my character set up as best I can. However, you can change what's called energy frames. Right now I have him set to a Youth Scout. If you want to, you can set him to something like a Searcher, and it drastically changes the energy frame up top. A lot of XP, and a lot of mana, but not a lot of room for equipment, so I don't get a lot of those passive bonuses where I get here. Job properties, these get kind of confusing as well. You get job points. I think right now I only have 3. You can pick from a whole slew of these things, and it's just, there's so much to pick from in here that there's really no way you're ever going to create the same character twice. So let's see if I want to eat poisoned food. I can 99% chance to not get poisoned. What about, I don't like using bows, so what's going to help me? Here we go. Any job plus 3 mana to all equipment slots. Let's go to, not enough JP. Oh, it requires, I guess I can only do this one. Alright, so that job slot just increased all of my mana by 5. Check character traits. I mean, there's just mountains of stuff to do. Equip magic abilities, characters level and XP. It's just, it's a huge menu-based game. So if you want to change your party member, let's see, change team. I want to keep him as my active member, and then these guys are people that I've just created. I'll show you that in a little bit. I think I'm going to stick with Meilise. She is a ancient weapon that you stumble upon when you first come into the game, and she's got this power to change your sister back to out of her crystal form back to a human. But as soon as you make a deal with her, she says, I'll turn your sister back to a human, but I'm going to kill you, and she starts to activate and then somehow loses her memory. So your whole goal is to go through this tower and find these little microchips that she eats and regains pieces of her memory. This girl here initially wanted to prevent you from saving her, and somehow she joins your party, blah, blah, blah. We'll stick with her. And Monster Encyclopedia. I haven't checked this out yet. Okay, so this apparently just goes through all the monsters that you've fought. That's not too exciting. I haven't leveled this player up enough to change jobs yet, but I'm assuming this is an area where you can pick different jobs. They change your energy frames, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics style. Let's see if we can get a description of. Yeah, really heavy on the tutorial stuff in here. I'm going to come back to character creation in a little bit. There's another thing that I was talking about that's actually really cool. I gotta remember how to do it here. Ranjin. This is really cool. You can walk around. Oop, wrong button. You can look around in here for different dungeons. So as I move this cursor around, if I were to dig a hole right here, I would get a dungeon with monsters starting at hard levels, and there's 100 floors to it. And it gives you item rate, drop rate, or if you want to come here, 30 floors low. I think so far in this one, the most you can get is 100 levels. I'll show you that in a little bit. So that first dungeon that I showed you is super easy. Let's pop down here where things get really difficult. I've tried this one a few times and I get stuck. Some of these characters are obviously slated for attacking certain types of enemies. Oop, wrong one. I want to use your weapon. So as you can see up along the top, that damage bar is going down. Once a item slot gets damaged, as far as I can tell, you cannot repair it. So right now that's broken. So whatever passive equipment or whatever passive skills were assigned to that equipment slot, now that it's broken, they are, same with that one, they are gone for the rest of this dungeon. See, this thing is just handing me my ass. Okay, I've got a different skill set on where I can actually run now. That was not smart. Oh, can you heal me? Oop. Alright, let's see what some of these other characters can do. She's kind of weak. I don't feel too much for her. Yeah, some of the characters just flat out cannot attack other characters. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I gotta figure out how to beat these guys, because they'll drop a key for the next room. Invalid. How am I gonna beat you? Nothing. Nope. There we go. Alright, obviously nothing is going to work here. So let's, you can give up. If you give up in a dungeon, you take a penalty on experience that you've earned, and any items that you've picked up are completely gone. So if you find something really cool that you want to keep, don't quit the dungeon. Let's check out a Rand dungeon. I'm gonna go to... I'm gonna search for a new one. I generally want to go to something that has a high drop rate, but the ones with the lower amount of floors aren't gonna have much. As far as I can tell, this is the best way to power level yourself. Although, there's a bit of a quirk that I haven't been able to work out quite yet, or at least figure out. I think this one said there's 30 different levels to it. But suddenly I can't run anymore. What's up with that? Ooh. Let's see if I can level her up a little bit. It's always in your best interest to kill all the enemies in each of the levels. You get the most experience out of it, but especially doing this, your lower level characters who really don't do much damage in the higher dungeons, this is really where you can drain them out. Let's see. There's always a clear ending. Let's see if this map or this dungeon will show up with a Hell Gate. Okay, so there's a couple different gates here. This game doesn't really make this very clear. Let's turn these guys off. There is a regular dungeon gate, and then I think this is the Heaven Gate. Change Gate. Like, it doesn't explain what the different... Yeah. Okay. As you go to the next dungeon level, whatever damage you took on those item slots stays damaged. However, your MP and stuff can restore. So, trudging through 100 levels, I think I haven't really been able to endure more than maybe 15. Partly because I'm doing it late at night, but as you get to the higher levels, or the different dungeon levels, shit starts breaking. You're not as strong as you used to be. It just gets more difficult, but for some reason, this game has just captivated me. I just keep playing it over and over and over. Mainly because I want to figure out how to get past that one level with those two that I showed you before. Here we go. There's so many different types of gates that I don't know what they do. This one, they both look like hell gates. Let's go to this one and see what happens. Yeah. Oh, okay, so apparently it makes the monster level +7, changes the drop rate and the rare tile rate. Okay, so that sucked. I guess if you want a bit more of a challenge, let's switch over to Alto here. Ain't nothing for him. Oop. Is that it for this level? There's a little bit of a fog of war. There is an item you can get called a lantern, which lights everything up again. What's this one? Is this a demon gate? Devil gate. What are you gonna do? Monster level stayed the same. Alright, I'm on 4 of what I think is gonna be... As far as I can tell, there's no way to leave the dungeon and keep all the items that you found. So you get all the way to the end. Alright, so throughout the course of the levels, you'll pick up little items, and they'll show up in the bottom right. Those you can only use on that given floor. If you move to another floor, most of the items disappear. I think some of the healing items may lose their potency. But once you leave a dungeon, you don't have an inventory system that carries over from level to level. Sometimes lining up with the enemies can be a little bit wonky. Ooh, what's that gonna do? Trigger trap? Oh, wow. It's the first time I've seen one of those in here. Usually this little shiny pad is what takes you out, so maybe that's something that will allow me to leave and keep all my items. Well, there we go. Question answered. So it looks like you can play up to however many levels it lists. Maybe you get something special for beating it. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to beat that. That one level. Maybe I need this guy. Don't like this energy frame that he's got. Let's go with... No, that one just offers the most... Offers the most protection, the most stuff. Melees, you kinda suck. His attack's 21, hers is 19. Alright, let's change party members here. I want you... Yeah, but you've got a good attack. And you. Alright, let's see if we can figure this other dungeon out. Each of the dungeons, there's some that are past here that are equally as cool. You can see that there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 13 total dungeons. I've made it quite a bit farther past this, but... let's see here. Let's try this again. See if I can get past these guys without getting my ass kicked so much. Hate running over those things. What do you do that's cool? Do you do anything cool? Or you just kind of suck? You just kind of suck. Wow, that attack sucks. These guys are not kidding around. Oh, that's why I can run, because my shield broke, so it switches off that energy frame. Alright, fellas. Remind me how to beat you again. Ooh, I shouldn't run over my own traps. I want to... You don't have... Oh, there we go. Apparently gotta hit him from behind. Alright, I'm gonna go to Alto, who's a little bit stronger. Oof. Come on. Let me get rid of one of you. Okay, there goes one. I knew there was an answer. So you pick up different keys throughout the level that are used for unlocking different colored doors. I think the bronze colored doors are more... They're more secret doors and different things behind them. You don't always pick up a bronze key. Wow, these things are just working me here. I want to get... What's her face? You! Sometimes you just get to a dungeon where you are not strong enough to fight. How about you? Are you, Go back. Oh god, here we go. Screwed City. Yeah, and what sucks is the more damage you take, if you've got a lot of items that have passive attack multipliers or damage, you're gonna get weaker. Alright, come on, big guy. I'm just gonna leave you to your devices. Okay, he's dead. Come on. Just give me the damn key. Sometimes avoiding these. Oh, now I don't have a weapon. A lot of the spells don't cast very quickly either. Ah. I think I can kiss any chance I had of beating this level goodbye. Quit it! Let's see if I can punch this one to death. Where's my key? I'm gonna be pissed if that big dude had it. And it looks like he's going to. Alright, dude, you are my only chance. Oh, screwed. Yeah, we're toast. So to save a little face here and not lose all my experience, I'm gonna give up, take the penalty, try it again. Because Lena went up. See if I picked up any new items. I'm just gonna go through. You can use a bow, but as you can tell from the magic, it doesn't fire very quickly, so I'm not too keen on that. Alright, so we got a new item there. New item there. Picked up a lot of good stuff. What is this? Luck can be equipped? Alright. Sure. Oh, luck versus speed. I think I'm gonna stick with luck. Yes, sure. Let's check out you, because you seem kind of weak. Yeah, I don't like Melee's. She sucks. Yes, you can take that. I want... What is this, luck? Sure. No. Alright, let's go to the heavy hitter guy. Shout! I think he's another ancient weapon, too. It's kind of nice that it asks you if it wants to take it, if you want to take it from a different character. What do you have for energy frames? Yeah, let's stick with that. Alright, let's give this dungeon another crack. I'm definitely not gonna start with you. Come here. Is there only one? Oh, wait, I need that. No, no, no. See, the enemies are so much faster at casting magic that you can't get an attack and get out of the way. Alright, big dudes, here we go. Let's go with Shout. I think I'm gonna just try to take on one at a time here. Ooh. That was easy. Alright, squid people. be a little bit smarter about it this time. Maybe not? This guy's got such a wide berth of attack. Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll be the first one to... Nope. Oh god. There is just no... Oh, crap. Come on down here, let's fight. I think I'm doing worse this time. Yeah, he's toast. Alto, what do you got for me? What are you using, a fight song? What the hell's this? Okay, really? You're not gonna attack because you're singing. Awesome. Well, this seems easy. Oh, come on. Okay, there's you. See if I can lure the rest of them down here. Come on down. Come on down. That's a good spot. Oh, Jesus. I think the big dude's up here. Yes, you are. Hello. I don't know if there's going to be an easy way to fight you. Because you can hit me no matter where I'm at. Yes. I don't think you can fit up here though, pal. Oh god, you're gonna try. Alright, who's gonna win first? Alright, Alto, are you done singing your damn tune? Yes, you are. Thank you! How about we stay off those? Alright, so if another enemy were to drop another key, you could go in here, it teleports you to another area, more treasure, all that fun stuff. Let's see if this picks up with a little bit of the story. Oh, thank you. Maybe? Otherwise I can go to one of the tutorials. Yeah, here we go. It's really cool how it's told. It's all told through these characters. Everything's voiceover in Japanese. So if you don't like reading. Alright, so we found another one of these chips. He always wants to try to read it before she goes and eats it. They're quite generous in the chest department on a lot of these characters too. Here you go, eat it. They like their nom 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 in this too. Why would it be you? This will probably end up being one of those 15-minute story sections. Alright, I've seen this before. So that's the story. Kind of interesting stuff. There's no live action clips, nothing like that. Here's the last thing I want to show you. This is really cool. I touched on this a little bit. I don't have anything cool on this game save, but you'll still get the gist of it. So you can come in here and you can create as many characters as you want. You can give it a name from, let's just, there's his name, BCT45FG. Okay, pick his character type. I haven't really experimented with anything much other than Warrior, Explorer, and Pyro, so let's make him a Cryo. And this is where you can pick those job point. Let's see, what do we want him to do? If he's a Cryo, we want him to have overflowing mana. So you can go ahead and blow all your points on one trait, just like I'm going to. If you want to be pre-built class, or if you want to be really creepy naked person, go for it. This kind of affects how he reacts in the game with different comments. Let's make him really slow. I like that. Or let's go with friendly and smart. Can we go above 100%? You can. 150? 150? Oh boy, we can go twice as fast. Hey, get it. Alright, we'll go with that one. These give you little comments for what they're going to say. Personality in the rail yard. I always like to go with the samurai guy because he's really offensive. Character's age. I didn't get this. I'm gonna make him flat sharp. That's how old he is. Starting level 10. Alright, what's really cool is where you can go in and actually edit the character. They've got a pretty in-depth sprite editor here. So since we made this guy naked, you can put whatever you want on here. The controls for this are not very intuitive. It would be much better if it was keyboard and mouse, but work with what you got. Let's give him something neon green. You can go ahead and adjust anything you want, but we're gonna take neon green. I want it to be 3 pixels, circular. Okay, so you can start drawing. We're gonna give him big testicles. Lopsided testicles. And apply. So now whatever you put on there shows up on the character, and that's how they appear in game. I've spent quite a bit of time farting around in this. If you want to go through and, like I said, the controls are not very conducive to a controller. Oop. Accidentally. Oh, there we go. I don't want to undo all that stuff. What else can we put? Yeah. You can, I mean, you get the point of it. You can do absolutely anything that you want. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Flip the thumbnail, so you get to draw stuff from the side. It's super in-depth. If you want to make a really good-looking character, you're looking at a few hours at a time because you're dealing with 1 pixel at a time. You can zoom in super far, and I don't want to do that. So it's as in-depth as you want it to be. And just give them stupid stuff on the back of their head. Animation, what else is there? I can put it somewhere else if I want it. What is this? It's not doing anything. Oh, so that shows him running. You can see what your character is going to look like with the sword. I want to see your front, though. Flip. There we go. You're zoomed in a little far for my tastes. Let's give you something really dumb on your head here. Besides just that. Sure, we'll make it that color. That didn't turn out very well, did it? Okay. Zone that off. Can we fill it? Oh, God. Pretty sure this isn't how they made these back in the day. Whatever. I'm terrible at this. I don't want to waste any more time doing it. But you can come in here and create to your heart's desire. As far as I can tell, you can have as many character creations as you want. You can actually use them in your party. If you want to make them your main character, fantastic. Go for it. How do I get out of here? Don't apply and close. Let's see. Is there anything else? There's just so many menus. This game loves menus. I don't need all that stuff. So yeah, that is Legasista. It's one of those games that I'm still figuring out as I play. I'm plenty of hours into it, but hopefully it gives you a little bit of an insight as to what it's all about. If you love dungeon crawlers, love collecting loot, leveling up characters, you know, it's not too heavy on the storyline, but I don't know, there's just something about it. So, Legasista, it's on the PSN store right now. I do believe it is $30. My opinion, I think you definitely get what you pay for, but without, maybe offer a demo so people can play it, see if they're gonna like it. It's very in-depth, tons of replay value. You can go back, play through all the different dungeons over and over and over, get different items, different areas in the dungeon depending on what people drop, if you get a different key. Lots of replay value. There's a lot to this game, so it's got enough content to warrant $30. I think that might actually put some people off initially, but you know, hardcore dungeon crawler fans, this game's definitely one to check out.